I'm Tyrone, and you now tuning into the Hill Stevens podcast. Because if you ain't tuning in, I'm fucking your girl, long dick style, and that's non-negotiable.
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm late. I know that I'm fucking late. I did say I was going to be live this morning after I came back from work, but what do you know? Work has been a long fucking day. I didn't get home until like fucking, I want to say 10:30, and I was tired. I was fucking tired. So like, you know what? I debated, do I just do this review now? And, what have you, sleep after, what have you, but one thing about me, as I'm getting older, the moment I lay in that bed behind me, it's over. It's fucking over. I'm going to sleep. It is what it is. It is what it is, if you will. But here we are. This is your Monday Night Raw review for April the 5th, 2021. It is right now as we speak, April 6th. It is Tuesday. It is 3:59 p.m. Yep, here we are. It's 4 o'clock, and here we are. We're doing this Raw review. Thank you all who are watching, who are tuning in live, you're watching the playback, what have you. I thank you all for making this happen. Okay? It's getting nice outside. It's getting warm finally. Spring is in the air. But more importantly, it is the week of DorkMania. It's DorkMania week. I'm excited. I don't know about, yes, let's be honest here. This build up to WrestleMania has not been the best. It really, really has not been the best. But I will say this. I am excited for WrestleMania, a.k.a. DorkMania, to see the crowd, to see everyone's reaction, all that stuff. A lot of answers, a lot of questions will be answered this coming weekend. I know today's the Hall of Fame, which I'll be watching later on today. I might do a review on it. I'm not really sure. I know tomorrow the fun really begins, if you will. You have TakeOver, Stand and Deliver. I already said this already. I'm going to say it one more time. I am not watching TakeOver, Stand and Deliver. I want to Stand Alone. I don't know why, but Stand and Deliver, TakeOver, Stand and Deliver. I'm missing the first hour because of work. Yeah, I am missing the first hour because of work. So expect a review for night 1 on Thursday and a review for night 2 probably on Friday. Expect that. That's going to probably happen. My week is going to be busy because I do have something as a surprise happening. Like Friday, I want to do a prediction for WrestleMania. I might do that as a recorded video. I'm not really sure yet, but I do have a surprise in store, and I hope things go as follow for this surprise to happen. That is my only hope. But anyway, I hope all of you again are having a wonderful day, wonderful week. You're all getting excited. I know there's some of you out there that are actually traveling to Tampa. There's some of you that already traveled that are in Florida as we speak. There's some of you that would be leaving today or tomorrow. Stay safe, all that fun stuff. Anyway, let's get into this. But before I get into the Raw review, I want to make you guys a quick little reminder. Yes, I am running a contest. That's right. I am running a WrestleMania contest giveaway. So I talked about this on Sunday's show. I'm going to talk about it right here, right now. Again, yes, I am doing a contest giveaway, if you will. There it is. My Twitter right there. There's my Twitter. This is the tweet, right? I'm running a WrestleMania contest. Find this tweet. Find it on my Twitter, okay? In order to enter this contest, it's simple. Follow me on Twitter first. You got to follow me on Twitter, @HeelSteven, which is easy to fucking do. You go, you find my page, you hit the like, you hit the follow button. That's step 1. Step number 2, you have to like this tweet that I'm currently reading right now and retweet it. You got to do both. You got to do both. Like and retweet. Also, I got to tweet out DorkMania like these fine people have done. You can also do the quote tweet if you want to. It is what it is. And the prize is the winner will receive a t-shirt off WWE Shop. Now, how will I determine the winner on night 2 of WrestleMania? When I do the review on night number 2, At the end of the review, we're going to spin the wheel. And wherever it lands on, that's going to be the winner of the contest. That's how we're doing it. You can also tag your friends, what have you. That'll be awesome. But that's how we're doing things this year for WrestleMania and the contest and all that stuff. So, let's be honest here. Monday Night Raw last night from the Thunderdome. The last Raw before DorkMania. I always consider these Raws an important Raw. Of all the go-home shows, this is the important Raw of the year. When you think about it, right? It's supposed to get you excited. Every pay-per-view, every go-home show, doesn't matter the promotion. I've always said, it's the important show to get you, the dork, to invest your time on the pay-per-view. It's that important time to get you to say, you know what? I'm actually going to look forward to Sunday or Saturday, because in this case, WrestleMania is 2 fucking days and it's 2 nights, right? They're back in business. The dorks are back in business. So it's getting hot in here. I don't know why, but it's fucking hot. All right. It is what it is. Okay. My room's a fucking oven right now. We have the heater on. It's nice outside and shit. I really do want to turn on my AC. I am tempted to turn on the AC, but I'm choosing not to right now. I'm choosing not to turn on the fucking AC. Even though I ain't going to hold you, I am tempted to do it. But that's just me, of course. But yeah, I hope all of you, again, who watched Raw last night, give me your thoughts. Did you enjoy Raw? Did you hate Raw? Let me know in the comment threads below and all that fun stuff. So I'll be honest about it. I'll be honest with you. I thought this show really didn't do it for me. And it's sad because it's supposed to be the go-home show to, of all pay-per-views, fucking WrestleMania. Their biggest show of the year, right? The first show in over a year with an audience, paid customers, right? So, I mean, listen, if you're someone out there that's going to Tampa, right? You're forked over your money, what have you. You're looking at this show, and you're like, damn, this is what I'm going into. This is crazy. This is insane. Why the fuck am I going into this? I don't even know. But anyway, there's that. I personally feel like this show is the Drew McIntyre show. People have been telling me, like, yo, it's like if Drew McIntyre is getting the John Cena rub heading into his WWE Championship match with Bobby Lashley. It's like if we're about to see a coronation of a new champion. And I said it before, and I'll say it. I said this on Around the Point, and I'm going to say this again. There's a reason, and again, you know, I said this when his whole thing, when Lashley won the title and all that stuff, or hell, when Lashley was challenging The Miz on week number 2 for the WWE title, when he ran and, you know, he had to become a gauntlet, a fucking lumberjack match and all that stuff. I said their plan is simple. WrestleMania is going to be Lashley and Drew, and likely Drew might win. For the simple fact that, yes, Drew, you want to give Drew his moment that you did not give him last year because of COVID and the beginning of the pandemic and all that stuff. And the fact that they had to take what was supposed to be in Raymond J. Stadium last year into the Performance Center, right? And now you want to give him the right entrance, which you know he's gonna have. He's gonna have the fucking his proper entrance. I believe there'll be bagpipes. I don't fucking know, but something in that regard. I'm sure Lashley will have an entrance too. But that being said, it feels like we're gonna see a new WWE champion. But at the same time, and again, if you watched the show last night, they're really trying to make you hate Bobby Lashley. And again, there's no people in the building. They're pumping in their own noise. They literally, for no reason, have broke up the Hurt Business. And for me, it feels like, yeah, you guys are really trying to make Bobby Lashley hated, which I understand. He's the champion, right? And Drew, if you watched his promo from this past month, from literally last night, he talked about it. He basically, and again, they talked about the clip from when Corbin last week attacked McIntyre right? And here's the thing, right? You know it's bad. You know it's desperation time. Okay? You know it's desperation time in WWE when you need to use Drew fucking Baron Corbin. Of all fucking people, Baron fucking Corbin to get some heat. To get the rub. That's when you know things are bad. That's when you know things are like, yeah, this isn't something here is not right. That's when you just know. So let's get into the show. Like I mentioned before, this is the go home show. You had Drew McIntyre getting on the mic. They talked about how him and Lashley, right, have a lot in common. They traveled the roads. They've been in WWE before. They got let go. They shared airports, hotels around the world, traveled, wrestled the best. I'm pretty sure he was talking about his time in Impact Wrestling when he was feuding with Bobby Lashley for the Impact World title. It's funny because you watch the Impact Wrestling Twitter account. They sure love. They have this perfect timing of just putting in clips together and shit like that, which I always found hilarious. I always just found that shit hilarious, but it is what it is. All right. Where was I here? Again, Drew got a little choked up. Like I mentioned, he in the conversation, he had his mother over the years about his career and all the sacrifices. Because again, in this promo, McIntyre mentioned that, Bobby gets to go home to his family, to his kids. Drew can't do that because he is stuck in America, right? His mom, his family are all in Europe, right? He can't travel to Europe because of the travel ban, even though it's been lifted now. But still, it's this complicated thing to do. It's this whole bullshit process to go through if you're trying to travel international, especially during a pandemic. Just saying. So all this, and again, it gets you to cheer for Drew McIntyre. It makes you want to get behind the guy, all the sacrifice that he's made, right? And all that stuff. After this, Lashley came out with MVP. Lashley called McIntyre a great champion, but said his time was over. McIntyre tried to provoke him, but MVP told him that he would have to wait. King Corbin walked into this whole thing, and that's when you just knew, Brad, this is over. And he is going to stop McIntyre from ever making it to WrestleMania. Basically, again, this show was to get everyone who has a match, to give them momentum, to give them some hope, if you will, right? At the same time. So I love the promo from Drew. Even though, again, it's like it's as if they're trying to get you to cheer for Drew, they're trying to get you to feel bad for him and all that stuff. It's like we're seeing now, and especially if you watch the main event, it was Drew and Corbin, and it's like if Corbin was hitting Drew with all these moves, right? All these fucking near falls, and Drew just with one move ended the whole thing. It's like if we're seeing Drew Cena. Like I mentioned earlier, he's getting this John Cena-like booking heading into WrestleMania. I don't like it. I hope it's not where this is going because, again, they broke up the Hurt Business for no apparent reason. I'm just praying to the wrestling god. That's right, JBL. I'm praying to you, motherfucker, that this doesn't go as I thinking is going to go. But let's see. Let's see what happens here, okay? Let's see where things go and all that fun stuff. I'm sure despite all of that, they're going to have some sort of a good match. We get after this, we get the stupid move. We get the stupid train. As my brother Chase Oliver would say, we had Care Bear making his way to the ring. Again, as we already know, at DorkMania. At DorkMania is going to be Care Bear versus Shane O'Mac inside of a steel cage because in Baron, not Baron Corbin, in Care Bear's eyes, in the eyes of Care Bear, right, Braun Strowman, the fact that he chose a steel cage match is a match where Shane can't escape or nobody can walk in. When I heard that, I'm like, bruh, this dude is fucking stupid. This dude is fucking stupid. I was literally hitting my bum like, yo, this dude is fucking stupid. As if he never once in his life watched a cage match. I'm supposed to sit here and think that, oh my God, you know what? It's over for Shane. Shane, he can't escape. Which I'm sure they're going to mention, escaping the cage is stipulation. As if, really, when you think about it, it's like if Elias and Jackson Riker, I'm going to keep calling him Gunner. I don't know why. I just want to call him Gunner for the sake of just doing this review and shit like that. It's as if they can't climb up the cage and try to get in. Like, we never seen that before. It's like if Braun is this wrestling genius all of a fucking sudden. So he gets in the ring. The cage is literally in the ring. The cage is there, right? And he delivered this promo, from, like I mentioned before, from inside the cage about his WrestleMania match with Shane. And once he was done, McMahon brought out Elias and Jackson Riker to face him in a handicap match. And what do you know? The bell rings after the commercial break. Strowman immediately took control of the situation. He literally tossed Riker out of the ring before going after Elias. Riker prevented him from hitting the power slam to save Elias. This was pointless, really. It went on for whatever long it did. They stomped the Monster Among Men, or Care Bear for that matter, right, into the mat after hitting a double-sided suplex. They each took turns hitting moves from the top rope, but Strowman kicked out. The big man recovered and hit both men with power slams for the win. And he even pinned both Jackson Riker and Elias. They both got pinned in this whole thing, which is even like the ha-ha part of this whole thing. Like, ha. But again, this is where we know it's going to happen. It's like we already know where things are going now when it comes to WrestleMania. We sort of get the feeling like, yeah, obviously they want you to think. And again, after this whole thing, Braun got on the mic again. He talked about how for every guy, again, he's going to beat the living hell out of Shane. For everyone that's been called stupid, everyone that's been called, everyone that, again, you know, is trying to get by, but they're always getting picked on and fucked over and all that shit. This match is for them. Boy, he's about to let a lot of people down. He's about to let a lot of people down here. I'm telling you right now. But we'll see. We'll fucking see. After this, we had Asuka and Rhea Ripley. Versus Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. As you remember last week, as you guys recall, during the contract signing for the WrestleMania match, we had literally, I shit you not, we had Nia and Shayna come out, and basically Rhea Ripley accepted on behalf of both her and Asuka to challenge the Raw Women's Tag Team Champ in a non-title match. This last night on Monday Night Raw. Last night. And I gotta say, for what it was worth, I kind of saw the writing on the wall here, almost, where yes, they had momentum, they had things going their way, and that somewhere in this whole thing, Rhea was gonna cost Asuka the match or do something to just fuck this whole thing up. And boy, did she ever. It was this moment in the match where Asuka climbed the top rope, right? She's on the top turnbuckle, and Ripley shoved her to the ground. She threw Asuka back so Baszler could hit a running knee for the win. Basically. Here's the thing. I get it. You want to get heat on Rhea Ripley. You obviously want to cheer. They're making you want to cheer for Asuka. They're making you want to say, oh, Asuka has this going into Sunday. I hope that she wins. I hope that she beats Rhea Ripley. That is what they're trying to make you say with all this stuff, right? The reality is, though, I don't see it in that way. Actually, yeah, I do. Take that back. I take that back, actually. I actually see them going that route almost. In the sense of, yes, here's Rhea Ripley. She's finally here on the main roster. She's going to challenge Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. They're going to correct what the mistake that they made last year by having her lose to Charlotte Flair. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't really think Rhea is winning the championship this Sunday at Mania. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just don't see it happening. I don't see them really pulling the trigger here, if you will, with Rhea Ripley as Raw Women's Champion, which, again, the match makes sense. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't see the outcome being what people are hoping is going to be. I just don't, if you will. And I wouldn't be surprised. Granted, I guarantee you, should Asuka win, oh my God, the entire community is going to lose their shit. Everyone's going to be upset. Everyone's going to be fucking butt. I just see it now. That's the crazy part about this whole thing, too. I see it now. But we'll see what happens. After this, we had Bobby Lashley versus Cedric Alexander going at it. As you remember last week, it was Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, where Lashley just destroyed Shelton Benjamin here. And here we're seeing Cedric go at it with Bobby Lashley. Again, I hate this whole thing of them breaking up the Hurt Business as much as the next person. Believe me, I fucking hate it. I don't like it one fucking bit. Instead of giving Lashley this momentum of him going into WrestleMania, right? His first WrestleMania as WWE champion. He's walking into the biggest show of the year. And here he is breaking up with his faction, his brothers, if you will. And it's like if this is a feud between within itself, and it's like if Lashley and McIntyre is like an afterthought. That's the vibe I got from this. It's like I'm watching this match, right? And listen, I'm pretty sure if you're Bobby Lashley, you had no problem taking bumps for Cedric, trying to make him feel like $1 million. Listen, at the end of the day, this is basically it for Cedric and Shelton Benjamin. Before the Hurt Business, they were both doing shit on television. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. And likely this is back to that, but I want to believe if you're Bobby Lashley, right? And you know this is going to happen. So you want to make them both look good heading into WrestleMania in the sense of, okay, by having these matches with these two guys and taking all these bumps and making them look like $1 million, right? They don't get derailed to catering, if you will. But that being said, Cedric had his moments in this match. But you all knew Lashley was going to win. It was the obvious. Lashley was going to, but before the bell even rang, they both attacked Bobby Lashley. They both attacked the WWE champion, but Lashley got his momentum back. I love the almighty spine buster. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Granted, I think it works well when Lashley hits it on small people. It's like when Corbin does a deep six. When he hits it on a small guy like a Chad Gable, it's fucking beautiful. When he hits it on a big guy like Roman or, I don't know, I guess a Drew McIntyre, for instance, it's like, it's not bad, but it doesn't have like that same wow when he does it on a small person. But back to this match, though, Lashley got the win. He literally just beat the holy hell out of Cedric Alexander in this match. Literally did. And again, it's like if they're having this feud, it's like if Lashley is having two programs heading into WrestleMania, which I don't like. But at the same time, who's to really say, right? Who's to say all this is just a swerve? Just so Lashley can win, right? It's just a way to fuck over with Drew, to make Drew think that, things are crumbling in the palace. And the next thing you know, WrestleMania, even though, again, at the same time, Cedric and Shelton are banned from ringside. But they find a way to get involved. Maybe the referee gets knocked down. I don't fucking know. But again, I don't like this at all. I feel like, again, Lashley and McIntyre is becoming an afterthought to the Hurt Business breaking up and all that stuff. So there was that. After this, we had Riddle versus Mustafa Ali. Backstage, we had Sheamus talking to Mustafa Ali. Try to, I guess, tell him that he's going to be at ringside. He sees potential in Ali. Sheamus was on commentary, by the way, too. And someone before this, right? You see Matt Riddle like backstage, right? He's with his scooter, what have you, right? He's in his scooter and he passes by, like he passes by Sheamus and Drew Mac and Sheamus and fucking Mustafa Ali. And keep this in mind, early in the night, we saw Riddle talking to the New Day as if he was as high as all. And again, I know Chase said this a couple of weeks ago, and I can see it now. Yes, they've made people like the diehard, the hardcore wrestling fans. WWE literally made all of these hardcores hate Riddle. Maybe the way that he's booked or the way that he comes off on television. And I get that. But but again, I know a lot of people who are just casual viewers, right? Just casual fans, right? Who watch Riddle and they think he's fucking entertaining as all hell. I get it. Good on them. Because for them, for WWE, that's all that really matters. The casual viewers, all that fucking matters right now at the end of the fucking day. So from there, we had, again, Mustafa Ali and Riddle. Shane was at ringside. The match, for what it was, it went by okay. It didn't really go long or anything like that. Again, Ali no longer with the Hurt Business. I think on this Friday on SmackDown, he'll be part of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal because, again, it's going to be on SmackDown this Friday on a WrestleMania edition of SmackDown, which I've never heard of. So basically WrestleMania 3 nights in a row, basically. That's the vibe I'm getting out of this shit. I don't know about you guys, but there's that. It was all said and done. Riddle sent Ali over the top rope with a backdrop, and then followed up with a kick from the apron. He grabbed Sheamus. He literally grabbed his hat on the outside, and wore it, and he danced around with it until Ali basically took him out. With the commercial, after the commercial break, we saw Ali in control, but Riddle quickly began to mount some offense. He had all the signature moves as he prepared to execute his finisher. Ali countered and hit a gut buster for a 2 count. Riddle recovered and scored a win. But yeah, one thing I want to say too, I think I still want to know why. I kind of know why. In a way, I kind of know why. But still, it's kind of like, what the fuck, if you will, when Riddle comes out and he throws out his flip flop, the fucking little birds. Like, think about it. We have the Braun Strowman choo choo train, right? The sound that it makes, and now we have Riddle's birds. I get it. He's up in the air. I can relate. I can fucking relate. Try doing this show. Try watching that show for 3 hours sober. Good fucking luck. Good luck watching all these shows sober, by the way. Good fucking luck. Especially this weekend. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bless you all. God bless you all. So there was that. Also, we had, like I mentioned before earlier than I didn't mention this, we had AJ Styles versus Xavier Woods. This was the first match of the night, by the way. I didn't mention this because, again, my notes was just all over the place, right? What can I say? Styles taking on Woods. Almost and Kofi Kingston were to support the partners from ringside. Here's the thing about this, and I get what they're trying to do here. I get it. They're trying to make it seem like, yes, even though AJ has Omos, right? Omos is to protect AJ Styles. He's his muscle. They're not really a legitimate tag team. And that's what the New Day's trying to enforce here. Like, you guys are a tag team, but you're not really a legitimate tag team. You guys don't know each other like in this case, Xavier and Kofi do, or Kofi and Big E, or Big E and Kofi, whatever combination of the three you want to name. But there's that bond, something that Styles and Omos doesn't really have. And there's a moment in this match where I guess Xavier he got hurt, right? And this is after Styles locked in the calf crusher, right? Then, for whatever reason, as this is happening, Kofi Kingston at ringside grabs a microphone and throws it at Omos. Just throws it at him. Throws it at him like it's nothing. And he proceeds to run around the ring, almost is chasing, gets in the ring. This distracts Styles. And then Xavier rolls up Styles for the 1-2-3. Like he just cradles him and shit. Mind games, if you want to say, but Xavier was still limping. All this being done, and I'm saying to myself right now, this is all being planned for Styles and Owens to win the tag titles. Do I think it needs to happen? No. Is this, in my opinion, a downgrade for AJ Styles? Absolutely. Think about it. You go in there, WrestleMania 32, wrestling Chris Jericho, right, in Cowboy Stadium. I was there for that. WrestleMania 33, you're taking on Shane McMahon in the opening match. Still, it's a name. Shane McMahon is still a name, what have you, right? It is what it is. WrestleMania 34, he's having the dream match with Shinsuke Nakamura. Everyone wanted to see, right, for a long time, right? For a while, people have been bugging about that match. WWE Championship, WrestleMania. Oh my God, the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match was fucking amazing, even though a lot of you fuckers never watched it. You just heard about it, but it is what it is, right? And it kind of shut the bed. Let's be honest here. You can blame WWE, but it is what it is. WrestleMania 35 is him and Randy Orton, okay? And you know what? It's Orton, and I was there for that. Even though people were starting to do soccer chants when this match happened, but it is what it is. Last year's WrestleMania, again, the pandemic hit, so him and Taker, cinematic, the Boneyard match was one of the highlights of that show for a lot of people, and it was Taker's way out. You know what I mean? And again, it's a fucking name. It's The Undertaker. And now here he is, WrestleMania 37, right? His 5 manias in, his 5th mania, right? His 5th WrestleMania. And here he is, right? With all the names that I mentioned. Here he is now wrestling Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods for the Raw Tag Team titles. It's like they didn't have anything for AJ Styles to do at WrestleMania. It's like if now this is them just putting something up for him right now. Like, just fuck this. Here you go. Even though it's also been announced that on WrestleMania, the Raw Women's Tag title will be defended on night 2 against the winner of night 1's gauntlet match. I guess it's Lana and Naomi versus the Riot Squad versus Natty and Tamina, and I guess also Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. They're gonna probably also add Carmella and Billie Kay. I did see that graphic that they posted. I guess WWE.com posted earlier. Relax, people. Fucking relax. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Where was I here? Oh, yeah. Did I fucking forget to mention the most highlight thing on the show here? Fucking Bad Bunny. Yeah. Bad fucking Bunny. Bad Bunny. Listen, you guys know me. I love Bad Bunny. Okay? I love Bad Bunny. I'm one of the few supporters out there of Bad Bunny being in WWE. I know he's being used for WrestleMania. It's gonna happen, right? Everyone's talking about Miz and Bad Bunny. The possibility of this becoming a tag team match. Well, it's gonna happen. It's now a tag team match. Rightfully so. So I kind of loved and found it cheesy almost, like hokey is all how almost. But Bad Bunny and Damian Priest drove up in a Bugatti. Bad Bunny's $3-point-something million Bugatti. He shows up to the Thunderdome. Here's my thing, right? I get he's trying to drip hard. I really don't think it really is. I just think, hey, they just used a fucking Bugatti. Yes, it's Vince's money, what have you, or who the fuck really knows, right? But if it's really his Bugatti and he brought that shit out to the Thunderdome, bless your heart. That's one. Number 2, you know for a fact that the paint that Miz and Morrison used to vandalize the car was not really fucking permanent paint. I guarantee you, once that segment was over, they gave that shit a fucking car wash. So they're vandalizing this car. with red paint. They put the hey, hop, hop, the bunnies and shit like that. Miz and Morrison. Again, they get under Bad Bunny's skin, right? Even though this is the type of shit that you would see in school, right? When you move in for the first time, it's your first day in this new school, what have you. They do that to you just to get the initiation going, if you will. Some shit like that. Bad Bunny see that he's mad. He gets attacked by Miz and Morrison. They literally put the boots to him. They literally did. They tossed him through a car. He went over like the front of the hood of a car, some shit like that. Priest comes out with people just screaming and shouting, check on Bad Bunny, bring a medic, what have you. And then we get the best promo I have ever fucking heard. Now listen, here's the thing. They gave Bad Bunny the microphone to speak. Yeah, they gave Bad Bunny a live microphone. I'm not sure if it's live or not, but in everyone's eyes, it's a live mic on Monday Night Raw on the go-home show of WrestleMania to speak his mind. Now, I get it. Bad Bunny is a passionate wrestling fan. Say what you want about him. Oh, he's a waste of time, just like Logan Paul, right? And I said this on Sunday's show. If you're to look at Logan Paul on SmackDown, right, and that whole Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens thing is going on right now, if you read Logan Paul's body language, it's like if he didn't want to be there at all. It's like if he's seeing this shit, he's like, bro, fuck all this crap. Why the fuck am I even here? Now you watch Bad Bunny, right? Yeah, he's hanging out with Damian Priest. I don't really think outside of this, they're really close friends. Like people may think that they are. No. They just put them both together because they're both Puerto Rican, right? And I guess he can translate for Bad Bunny. So there's that also. But they gave Bad Bunny this live microphone, and he just spoke and spoke. It's like they gave him the mic, and he's like, all I wanted to do was come here to perform at the Royal Rumble. Sing Booker T for one of my heroes in the business, Booker T. I respect Booker T. I wrote a song about Booker T at the Royal Rumble. Living my childhood dream, and he went on and on and on and on and on. Listen, like I mentioned before, yes, Bad Bunny loved the wrestling business. He's just not good as a promo, if you will. And then it's bad when he has to break the Spanish. And he literally broke some Spanish into his whole thing, into his promo. Because you could just tell he was getting nervous. You can just tell he was like, fuck, what the fuck do I do? So then after this, Damian Priest said, hey, why don't we just make this a tag team match? Make it a tag team match. Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus Miz and Morrison. Miz and Morrison pop up on the Tron. They're heading into a limo, what have you. They accept. So we're not getting Miz and Bad Bunny. We're just getting Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus The Miz and John Moore. Now listen, it's Bad fucking Bunny. I don't give a fuck what you say. Oh, he was better than Mike, this and that. Listen, he is still this amazing artist, right? Has all the records on Spotify, Grammy Award winner, a shitload of downloads on Spotify, Apple Music, all these followers on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, right? There's people that are gonna tune in just to watch him wrestle, and then that's it. That's it. But that being said, if you're Damian Priest, this is awesome. Even though, listen, you're partnered with Bad Bunny, right? On your start to the main roster. This is huge. This is awesome. Because you're going to get a guaranteed TV. You're going to get guaranteed television time. You're going to get guaranteed a spot at WrestleMania. Whether he was going to corner Bad Bunny or now in this case be put in a match. I was saying too, how confident are they in Bad Bunny carrying a match, being put in a one-on-one match against The Miz. Yeah, there was reports of Miz and Morrison and Damian Priest having minor injuries, but I'm happy that they actually made this into a tag team match. Yes, I'm pretty sure Miz and Morrison, believe it or not, something tell me they're going to get the win. Something tell me they're going to win. And I'm fine with that. I think the entire wrestling community are hoping that Miz and Morrison do get the win. I guarantee a lot of you in the community are hoping Bad Bunny does win, just so you guys have to shit on it on the internet later. Just saying. But we'll see what happens with that also. Then we got the main event. We had Baron Corbin, King Corbin versus Drew McIntyre one-on-one here for the WWE Championship. My bad. What the fuck am I talking about? Not just a regular match. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little, it is what it is. This is the main event. Lashley is going into WrestleMania WWE champion. But my bad. Drew McIntyre is going in as the challenger. You want to give him momentum. It's like I mentioned earlier. It's basically like we're seeing John Cena booking and Drew McIntyre. Baron Corbin hit Drew McIntyre with all of his offense that you can think of. Got all these near falls. All these fucking near falls. Drew hits a Claymore kick after MVP threw his cane to Baron Corbin. And Drew with one Claymore kick lays out Baron Corbin for the 1-2-3. And Drew McIntyre is the winner. There's a stare off between him and Lashley, and that's how they close the show. Also, I didn't mention this before, but there's a video package of Randy Orton and The Fiend. Again, they have a match also. But there was that. That was Monday Night Raw. That was basically Monday Night Raw. Again, it's not really a go-home show that I'm excited for. It's not that I think I'm clamoring for, oh my God, I can't wait to see this, if you will. I'm not. But I do look forward to WrestleMania. I look forward to seeing what the fuck they're going to do, right? The fact that we're seeing fans again back in the building, even if it's just for 2 nights, I'll take it. But I want this to be like hope almost, like that. Like I mentioned on Thursday's show that I did with Mike, where we broke down TakeOver, Stand and Deliver Night 1 and Night 2. Like I said on Sunday's show, this, I hope, is the light at the end of the tunnel, or at least the little lights on top of the tunnel almost. Like we're almost there done with COVID and shit. I'm grabbing one of my old mics that I used to use, believe it or not. So there's that also, okay? So let's see what happens. My plan, though, again, is as follows. I'll be live Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday, I'm announcing the winner of the contest. All right. I do have a surprise for Friday, because Friday my plan is as follows. I want to record my WrestleMania predictions. I will be also recording my review of Night 2 of Stand and Deliver. And then I also have another surprise that I really want to get done in the spirit of WrestleMania and all that stuff. I hope it does happen, but we'll see. But again, I did say there will be a Raw review, and here I am. I know it's a little late. It is what it is. But anyway, I hope all of you are safe and sound. You're enjoying yourselves. I hope you all look forward to the Hall of Fame if you're watching it. I know I'll be watching it later just to hear the speeches, what have you, just to see how they're going to do this ceremony this year. I know it's already in the can, it's been recorded, but have you. But I want to see just the visual of this being in the Thunderdome. Will there be virtual fans, or will they have their actual crowd as them in the building watching this show, which I hope they do. Honestly, I do hope, just for one night, let's have the roster as the audience. Let the roster hear these stories in the Hall of Fame, for the Hall, at the ceremony. If you kind of get what I'm saying, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys are following me on Twitter at HeelSteven, also over at Instagram at HeelSteven. I'll be back likely Thursday with a review of Night 1 Stand and Deliver. It'll be recorded. I'll upload it to YouTube and all that fun stuff. So make sure, again, you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon. You are notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and all that fun stuff. All right. Like I mentioned before, I'm doing a contest. Make sure you follow. You find me on my Twitter at Heel Steven. You find my pinned tweet. You read the details, and you're in the contest. All right. That being said, guys, I'm about to head out. It's that time. Follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but I'll mention it now. I was also streaming live on Facebook, also over on Twitch. So we got all this happening. All right. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.